In a murky world of intrigue, secrets unravel, exposing chilling truths about Nancy Guthrie's case.
When they sold their previous house, I think they sold their house for 300 and something thousand, and then they went and bought a $650,000 house along with the money that they really don't make as a teacher and a poet. So keep that in mind as well, without just plainly saying it's them. Right, just keep all these things in mind.
When Savannah's other sibling, her brother, didn't get mentioned or quoted at all. Well, here's what I think. I think Savannah and the FBI hostage negotiators who helped her prepare this statement are sensitive about Annie. Specifically, I think they're sensitive about the public's perception of her and her perception of the investigation. And if you know my theory of this case, that should make sense. And if you don't worry, I'll break it all down in a moment, because there's just a little bit more evidence I want to show you that Savannah and the people who helped her with the statement are sensitive about Annie. Listen to what Savannah says in this next segment about the $1 million reward they're offering for information about Nancy's whereabouts.
She may have already gone home to the Lord that she loves and is dancing in heaven with her mom and her dad and with her beloved brother Pierce and with our daddy. If this is what is to be, then we will accept it. But we need to know where she is. We need her to come home. For that reason, we are offering a family reward of up to $1 million.
Again, right then and there, again, when she says we're offering a family reward, she's letting you know and me know and the public know that I don't believe that they're involved in any of this, and we've all come together, lay off of them. All right? Like literally. You like Deception Detective? So do I.
For any information that leads us to her recovery. All of the information about this reward and the details is in the caption below. You can call the 1-800 tip line. You can be anonymous if you want. Someone out there knows something that can bring her home.
No.
Somebody knows. And we are begging you to please come forward now.
This isn't just $1 million reward, it's a family reward. Why did they feel the need to say that? And by they, I mean Savannah and the FBI negotiators who are helping her with this script. Well,
yeah, guys, they're not just coming out here half-cocked and going on her Instagram and saying whatever they want. They're being strategic. Now, she probably was looking at something on the other side versus the last couple of times she filmed, and she probably felt the criticism of people saying, why are they reading the note? Shouldn't they know what it is? All right. We've played it a few times if you like to hear it.
There's two possible reasons. One, they know for a fact somehow that no one in the family is at all involved in Nancy's disappearance, not even as a collaborator. So they're trying to manage the public's perception of them because they know that the public, including myself, are suspicious of the family and everyone close to the family. And just to round out my theory, in case you're not familiar with it, I think this was an inside job by a family member or someone close to the family, excluding Savannah Guthrie. I'll link my entire playlist below if you want to see my rationale. The other possibility, though, is that the FBI is suspicious of the family and they don't want to put them on edge. So they're making a point of calling this a family reward and involving them in the statement, even though they're really only working with Savannah. And there's actually some evidence that one of these theories is correct over the other one based on another update in this case. But first, let's watch and break down the most bizarre part of this entire update. Listen to this.
We also know that we are not alone in our loss. We know there are millions of families that have suffered with this kind of uncertainty. And for that reason today, we also are donating $500,000 to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children for their work in helping families who are coping with loss and actively looking for those who are lost. We are hoping that the attention that has been given to our mom and our family will extend to all the families like ours who are in need and need prayers and need support. So please, if you hear this message, if you've been waiting and you haven't been sure, let this be your sign to please come forward, tell what you know, and help us bring our beloved mom home so that we can either celebrate a glorious, miraculous homecoming or celebrate the beautiful, brave, and courageous and noble life that she has lived. Please be the light in the dark.
Just like the family reward, this family donation suggests to me that this statement isn't just a plea to any potential abductors, it's also a PR exercise. Which begs the question, again, why are Savannah and the FBI so sensitive about what the public thinks of Savannah's family? I can't say for sure, but I think it's because they know someone in the family or close to it is involved, and they don't want to tip them off. Now, maybe I'm wrong about that, but it would explain another bizarre update that came out right before this statement from Savannah. According to the New York Post, the DNA found in Nancy's house can't be analyzed for a year now because the sheriff sent it to Florida instead of simply turning it over to the FBI.
And that's what I was telling you in the beginning is very, very, very concerning. It's not just because the DNA was mixed, it's because they effed up. Now, it's a total F up on many sides, but Pima County has taken, he's taken responsibility and said, I messed up, but he continues to say things that people are outraged about, frankly. And Patricia, they didn't put out that money. That was not Savannah that put up the $2,500. It was actually just a reward that they put out kind of as a good faith thing. Law enforcement did that, but they're strategically, in my opinion, saying up to $1 million because of the not only because of the fake kidnapping, the fake ransoms that they keep getting, but to up the ante and have people that know people. Like if you know that guy and you're a cousin, screw your cousin. You're going to go turn him in and get $1 million. That's what they're thinking, in my opinion. All right, let's continue. Who's having a problem with something right now? Stop what? I'm saying stop, please. Stop what? What are you talking about, faithful servant? Who's doing something to you?
In other words, that simple decision might have cost the Guthrie family any chance they had at finding Nancy alive. There's a giant difference between identifying an abductor within 1 month and identifying them a year later. But I haven't seen a peep from any of them. No outrage, no lawsuits for incompetence, nothing. So what's going on here? Well, I think the FBI is working with Savannah, and I'm sure they're noting just how bizarre the rest of the family's reactions are. Their reticence to make any appeals to any kidnappers the way Savannah is doing. Their reticence to make any complaints about how the police are fumbling the investigation, or any statements or appearances at all. Check the end screen if you want to see the rest of my videos analyzing this case, and make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss my next installment. Until next time, stay true.
Thank you. We love you, DD. Hopefully you stop by. Everybody else, you guys know what to do. You know the drill. All right, so let's get back. Let's get into the two-man, the DNA analysis, etc. Right? Okay, so we know suspect in Nancy Guthrie abduction appeared to visit her house before. The suspect was captured on video via Nest. Now you guys know that they think these two people are they're either two people or they came back on a separate night. We now know they're two different separate videos. All right. So the image that the FBI released of the suspect at the front door without a backpack was captured by Nest doorbell camera on a day before the suspected abduction. Sources say, we don't know, there's no timestamps. Now, the FBI said that the images of the suspect, and I would say or suspect, with the backpack are on from the morning of her disappearance on Sunday, February 1st, where Guthrie failed to show up to watch her virtual church service. Now, one theory, according to sources, is that the suspect approached the door the first time, noticed the camera, and was scared off, only to return later when he's seen there tampering with the device and putting branches in front of the lens. Now, FBI and Pima County Sheriff's Department declined to comment, of course. The gap could help explain why investigators have asked neighbors to check their home security for suspicious people and vehicles going back to January 1st, a month before the abduction. The images that are most important pieces of evidence into today show Savannah Guthrie's mother's disappearance, which has captured the attention of the nation in the last month. So far, no suspect has been identified or named, I'll say, by officials in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. Jason Pack, a former FBI agent, told ABC that if this is the same person, it could indicate that that person was surveilling the place before the abduction happened. The fact that there was a preparation and planning, which makes it more of a sophisticated type of criminal activity rather than someone just showing up and, fumbling around and not knowing what's going on. All right. So let's see if we can
Mind you how
do this
quickly
without
everything can
ads.
change.
I think most people think there's two people, two different people, not just one. So I want to hear what they have to say.
Well, now to a breaking news update on the search for Nancy Guthrie. Investigators say that the masked man suspected of taking Today Show host Savannah Guthrie's mother appeared to be at her door earlier than February 1st. The FBI released this image earlier this month of the suspect at the front door without a backpack. Sources familiar with the investigation now say the image was captured by her Nest doorbell on a day before the suspected abduction. One theory is the masked man got scared after noticing the camera the first time, only to return later where he is seen tampering with the device. Both the FBI and the Pima County Sheriff's Office have declined to comment.
All right, so this is the picture that we've been seeing. We've been seeing actually multiple pictures, and in my opinion, they don't even have the same stature, the same height, the same weight, the same features. Maybe they have a little bit darker features. One of them has a little lighter, but I do not think that is one person that came back. I absolutely believe, in my opinion, that it's two. And I'm going to bring up what the experts are saying about it. So we're going to pull this up. Guthrie photos, suspects may not be the same person. And I agree. I think everybody that's been on my channel watching this and following the case mostly agrees that we have separate and multiple people possibly. All right. Someone will come forward before the end of the week. I hope so. I agree. Premeditated and new Nest cam was there, but didn't, in my opinion, studying it, right? Good to see you, Jinx. How you doing? If you just came in, thank you. Indy, thank you. I don't know if I thanked you earlier, but much love to you. I'm going to gift some memberships in a bit.